All right. Well, I think I'll try to squeeze another little job here, get another project going before it starts raining on me. It's supposed to rain in a few hours, and then for the next couple of days. So this one, actually, I got two mowers. This is another Craigslist find. One of them has, it looks to be in good shape. It's real heavy. It had the Tecumseh engine on it, and I believe it was a Craftsman. And another one that's a Troy-Bilt with the Briggs & Stratton. And I think I'm going to take a look at this one first. Yeah, I just unloaded these things off the trailer and I have not looked at them closely at all. So looks like this one's been through it. There's a lot of crap in there. I'll bet that air cleaner's pretty filthy too. You can see it wrapping around. Yeah, the front tires starting to wear out. That's pretty common. But let me give it a good look over here before I get started. So gas, there is no gas. Oh, the oil's not bad. It's good that it's in there. Let's see, what about the cables here? Let's see, which one's which? This is, okay, that's for the front wheel drive. That's fine. This one is tight. What else? Well, I haven't even tried that. Okay, it's not frozen, but it is hard to turn because the little brake on the flywheel is still open. Wow, he was flying low. It's just a small single-engine plane. There's a small airport that's probably, it's still a good, 40 miles from us, but they fly over us all the time. But anyway, let's take a look underneath. The blade is actually in good shape. Does need to be sharpened, but it's not damaged. There's the spark plug. Automatic choke. So, yeah, so I guess the first thing I'm going to do before I start troubleshooting this thing, I need to free up this cable. Hopefully I can free it up so that, so we'll have some kind of engine control. Yeah, so here is the cable. And I can barely move it back and forth here. I'm going to have to dribble some WD-40 down it. A lot of times I use this little deal. I don't know if you ever used one of these. You clamp this at the end of the cable. And then when you shoot WD-40 down in here, it forces it down inside the cable and forces it through. In some cables, in some instances, it works great. I mean, it comes in pretty handy. But with this one, I don't know if I'll be able to get in there with it. I'm going to have to maybe see if I can get this this part of the cable off of the housing here. Take this off. There we go. Alright, let me see if I can get some WD-40 down in there now. Alright, so there's the cable, and I'm going to work this back and forth. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, there's a lot of junk in there, so I'll get some WD-40 in there and work it back and forth. And that ought to do it. It's moving properly. There we go. So I guess let's take a look at the air cleaner first. Give us an idea of what we're looking at. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty clogged up, and there's a whole lot of Famunda cheese down in the carburetor there. So I'm going to spray some carburetor cleaner down in there. Let's see if it'll crank, or even try. I don't have any gas in there, so well, all right. You know, given the condition that this mower's in, with all the junk that's in there, and I'm just going to go ahead and clean the carburetor. You know, I know there's no gas in here right now getting to it, but I just have a feeling it's going to be pretty clogged up down in there. So I think I'll just go ahead and take it off, clean it up. Whew, man, that stinks. Yeah, that's a lot of bad gas in there. Here's my dirty pan, but I'm just going to be, whew, man, that's, can you see the color of that? It's almost orange. Well, that piece doesn't look too bad. I was expecting that to be all corroded. Alright, let's clean her up. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse, but I'm going to try to keep this gasket intact because I don't think I have another one. But if I try to take that gasket off, I think it's going to split. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. And everything is actually looking pretty clean under here. Well, that wasn't too bad at all. Well, that could have been a lot worse. Before I put this on, I'm going to clean some of this stuff off. And I'll give it a really good cleaning once I get it all put together. Alright, I got a little gas in there. I just forgot to Alright. So let's get the carburetor on. So make sure this is moving freely once you get it back on. So that will control your choke. Alright, that got it. Whew. There's some dirty stuff. Let me clean this off real quick. Alright, I got all that cleaned off. Cleaned up pretty good, didn't it? Let me show you, I've been using this Super Clean. Stuff does the job, man. Look at that, it just ate away all that caked up gunk and oil and all that good stuff. And I just hosed it right off. And after I get this on here, I'm going to do the same thing all the way around all this stuff. And we'll see how good it looks after that. But this stuff will, it just dissolves the grease so fast and pretty thorough. You can see how clean that got. But good stuff. before I put anything on there, I'll put some gas in it and see if it'll crank up. That should be enough. Cranked up pretty easy. Not bad. So I guess it's just a big cleanup now. Well, I didn't check the front wheels. Let me do that real quick. Not bad. So, I guess now it's just a big cleanup, huh? I'm going to clean the rest of this stuff off. And then I'll run it again after we get it cleaned up, because I did see some white smoke coming out of the muffler. But yeah, that sucker cranked up pretty easy. So I'll get this cleaned off. Might as well let all this soak. Well, I think that got most of it. Let's let me clean this off. We'll put a new air filter on there and hose the rest of this off. Man, that stuff really works good. Luckily, I do have a few filters. Oh, there we go. I just hosed it down with the regular nozzle on there. No pressure washing. But you can see how clean everything got. That's super clean. Really does a good job. So, what's next? I'm going to just put this together and probably just change the oil on it, right? And I'll take another look at the blades. Might as well sharpen and balance them, right? Let me put this cover back on. Alright, well, let's take a look at the blade. First we need to get the spark plug off. Here we go. I let this thing run for a while. Apparently there was a lot of oil either in the muffler or through the system or whatever. Probably because it was so clogged up, you know, here on the intake, that it was shooting oil. And but it was white smoke and it burned off pretty quickly, actually. So yeah, so this blade is not that bad, but it could use a little sharpening. Let me I think it's a 5/8. Alright. Not wanting to come off. Alright, let the compressor run there for a little while. There we go. Alright, yeah, it's not too bad. There's a few nicks up here. Yeah. Let's get her done. Alright, it's kind of dimly lit in here, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I just have my bench grinder, and I go back and forth this side and the bottom side to get rid of the nicks and get it sharpened up. Then I'll show you how I balance it. And don't forget your eyewear. Now I like to do the back side, and that helps get rid of these nicks. I come in here and do more of a flatter cut. See, there's still one big one there it didn't get, but it's doing an okay job. So here's my blade balancer. You can see it's pretty dirty out here, but I have no room on my workbench right now, so I'm putting this on the mill while it's apart. But you can see how this one has that that pattern, but this is conical and spring loaded, so it still fits within that diameter there. So yeah, so this side is heavier, so I'm going to go cut a little more off of this side and we'll try it again. That's not bad. A tiny bit more. There we go. That is balanced. There's my bench grinder slowing down. But you can see there's the balancer there. But it balances it pretty well. And because this one's even the prototype, the one I'm shipping now, it handles a wider blade and a larger diameter spring load cap on there. Up to 1 inch diameter and up to 3.5 inches wide now, so it fits most blades on the market now. And you can get them online at our shop, and I'll include a link. Alright, let's get this sucker back on and we'll be finished. So it goes on that way, making sure that your blade part, when you're looking at it from the bottom, it's turning this way counterclockwise from the bottom. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, well that wasn't too bad, was it? Carburetor wasn't too bad, just needed a big cleaning up, flush out the carburetor, get rid of the old gas. Gave it a major cleanup and sharpened and balanced the blades. The oil looked good. I might go change it, but it looks like it was just changed not too long ago, and a new spark plug on it. So obviously the guy had tried to work on it himself, but obviously it wasn't going to start with that gas and the carburetor the way it was. But anyway, it cleaned up pretty nicely. So I guess that took what, an hour and a half out of my day. Not a bad for a freebie. I'll get it on the market and it'll be gone. So yeah, so I guess that's it for this video. Just a quickie, you know. And once again, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.